Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's Virtus.Pro and QB Fire here on Cash, and we are just about to get into the game. A couple of hiccups, but I think they've all been sorted out now. I think it was an audio issue, Moses, and we've got it fixed now, so we should be able to play the game. It's QB Fire now on the T side and Virtus.Pro on the CT side. And let's see what happens here. We've been speculating so much. Now we're finally getting a chance to see what the setup is going to be like.
Let's just go over this really quick. The names on your screen, you can see the top player, Boombla, is actually Boomich.
Yes.
And the next name down is, Valina?
Valina, yes.
Waterfalls, Quick, and Jimqua.
Yes, indeed. So easy peasy. Once you get the hang of it, shouldn't be that much trouble. Looks like it is a bit of a setup here where they've got 3 men right now heading towards the squeak door, while Boomich right now pushing all the way out into the middle. He's certainly distracted them quite a bit. Neo's falling back, but Bialy and Pasha right now are in some trouble, although a great headshot to start off. Valina trying to run onto the side. He gets one. Oh no! Quick, just a little bit too quick this time, I suppose. 2 versus 3. The bomb will have gone down. Snacks is on a huge flanking mission, but that is some pure out confusion there. Now Neo, just a little bit of a tap there. Snacks going to go in from the other angle. This is a lot of trouble. QB Fire, they need the shots. Quick trying to bring it back and make up for that mistake. He's got the kill on Neo.
Oh, this is so tough. Virtus.Pro's got to speed this up a little bit. Snacks still not able to win that fight. Taz coming in as well. Individual 1v1s. There's Snacks winning his. Quick wins his down into a one-on-one. And he's just toying with him. There's not a whole lot of time left. No kit on Snacks as well. He's got to pick one up from a teammate if it's there. And he's surfing around. It is on the ground. He's got to win this fight, and he can't do it. They both miss, and they both run out of bullets, but that's going to be the pistol round. He actually pegs him with a grenade at the end. That's a nice shot, but a little sloppy from Virtus.Pro, and they're not able to convert.
I mean, they were given a chance here. This team kill is all you need. He is so quick.
That is a sick shot.
He was expecting someone to be quad, but it was just a teammate. Still, he brought it back. I mean, can't really blame him for that one, I suppose. Very interesting turn of events, and you're right, Virtus.Pro a little bit slow and also missing some of the shots, so QB Fire going to be picking up the pistol now. Just 1 MAC-10 in play. We can allow that.
Yeah, that's not quite gone into the MAC-10 meta that Vega Squadron is trying to popularize. The MAC-10 era. You'll love that.
I know. I definitely won't.
Well, Pasha's got a shot in on Valina.
Was that a 2-for-1 with the Deagle?
It looked like it, yeah. A little bit of a tag. Oh, this boost over is quite cool. Usually see this with the AWP. They eat the nade for their troubles. It's a clever idea, and thankfully they get out of there before the second nade comes in as well.
A little bit of panic, I feel like. They could have calmed down with the Deagle. They had the time to line up that shot, but just a little bit too much spam in the way. Now, Bialy going to be falling back after trying. It means they have the crossover into the site, and it will be a bomb plant here. So QB Fire not really risking too much in this round. I feel like they got the control they needed. And question is if Virtus.Pro want to throw away the guns they have here.
No, I think you save this. Jimk was trying to cut him off from falling back, and there's no reason for anyone from VP to go for this. This is kind of a cool idea. Just boost it up over the smoke, see if you can find 1 pick, but you can see they give it up quite quickly. So it's going to be a second round for QB Fire. It also means that 3 Deagles are going to be saved into the next round. I don't believe QB Fire is going to want to go on too much of a hunt.
No, Jimka's managed to sneak his way under Neo, so maybe he could manage to get in some way. He's looking for any players on the bomb site, not really connecting with them just yet. But it seems like no one's going to find him, and he's not going to find anyone either. So a bit of a slow end to this particular... Oh, wow. That is last second almost. You get that feeling sometimes like the round just lasts longer every once in a while.
That last second just hangs a little bit. Yeah.
Well then, Neo is going to be out of that round, but into the next one we go. 3rd round coming up, and QB Fire still in charge here. Nothing tricky coming out of Virtus.Pro just yet.
No, not yet. Looking good for QB Fire in these opening 2 rounds. Obviously, not taking a whole lot of damage in the previous one. Still 3 Deagles in play though. 1 smoke on Bialy. They don't have the flashbangs anymore that Neo had a couple. And Snack's gonna go for a cheeky shot, see if he can get lucky. He's got to be careful. It was the nades last round, and he eats another one again. The second rain's in delayed. Just playing very passively across the map, hoping these Deagles can ring true and find a chance for them to rotate into the correct position in time.
Happy that they're using that UMP there on Jimka to just open up as much as they can. Like it's a minimal risk basically.
Yeah.
Don't want to be giving away those 2 AK-47s, so See if they're going to continue on this path. Neo and Taz calling in the reinforcements, and everybody's about to show up at the B-bomb site here. Will be a bit of a showdown. Plenty of time here for QB Fire to not really do anything crazy. They don't have to overextend or commit to anything.
Well, Snacks trying to get a fortunate headshot. Taz still inside the bomb site. They haven't cleared him out, but surely that'll be checked. And it is by Quick, and Snacks can't even get a bullet off. That's a great shot by Belina. Pasha and Bialy both have the armor, both have the deagles, and they're both gonna die.
Yeah, even though he was looking the right way, it's not working out. I'm hearing some shouts coming out from QB Fire. They're excited already.
You don't want to get Taz started on that. That's the danger.
Oh, I would love that. That's actually one of the things that's gone missing from the world of professional Counter-Strike is just people yelling at each other on LAN. I miss it.
We should just start having events instead of those cool stage setups that are like side by side. You just have them face each other in a cage, maybe cage match Counter-Strike.
No headsets on, just yelling.
No audio whatsoever. No microphones would be cool.
3-0. So, and not even just that, they managed to save quite a few weapons, so they've got a really great situation on their hands here, QB Fire. I think this is exactly the kind of start that they were looking for. Let's see what Virtus.Pro can do here, heading in to that fourth round. They've got the AWP on Snacks, and he's holding far back in checkered, not too worried about getting Molotov down. A lot of grenades running through. Oh, this could be trouble. He can't see anything, and they're just both going to get run down. Melina and Quick, and then a headshot onto Pasha. My God.
That just can't happen. That's just a poor defensive setup from Virtus.Pro. Both players out in the middle of the bomb site just walking towards the smoke. Like, you just open yourself up for that kind of an outcome. Perfectly timed flashbang. Fortunate, obviously, on the timing for QB Fire, but...
Yeah, I mean, the timing could possibly be better, but you're right. You know, that smoke is up, but it's not a solid wall, and they were just pretending that it was, saying, yeah, they're not going to come. Oh, wait, they are coming through. We're all done.
Actually, they didn't even realize they were coming through. They were just, by the time they were unblind, they were just both dead.
That's obviously a bit of a terrible start to the first rifle round there.
He said this is exactly what QB Fire would need if they want a chance into this. They've gotten the best start that you possibly could, right? You pretty much have a very easy, a very quick round win on the fourth round. You've won the pistol. Waterfall's even going to take out Bialy right at the end. This is an ideal scenario. Yeah, just one underhanded pop flash, and Taz and Snacks are both completely blind. So miscoordinated there on the defense. Pasha trying to hold it down, but just can't manage. 4-0.
Yeah, so a lot of people now holding their breath, thinking, oh, this not like this.
Yeah, I'm worried.
I'm not worried, Moses, not at all. 4-0, it's a very early days here, and they are on the T side. I think they do have to get up to quite a few rounds, I would say 10 or above, before I'm really starting to get sort of, worried for Virtus.Pro here. So still pretty long distance to cover, I would say. But I'm impressed. I think QB Fire have got the right mentality going into this game, and there seems to be almost no hesitation from them. So it's beautiful Counter-Strike.
Yeah, they kept it very simple in that round, didn't they? Just 4 players towards B, pop flash through the smoke, and see what happens on the other side. So they continue that. If they don't make things too complicated on themselves, then they can really just focus on trading, focus on the individual skills, the individual plays. We could see something special here. This is just a default from QB Fire. Everyone's spread out watching every different area that there could possibly be aggression from Virtus.Pro, not wanting to get caught off by anything. The one rifle on VP is on Neo, and that's about to get boosted up. So a delayed boost, and QB Fire still kind of watching for this. They just ran away, and it's all down to timing, and it's not going to work out for Neo.
Oh, no. That also means the rifle, by the way, is on the wrong side of the box. So I was about to say, they have 4 members in middle, so even if Neo goes down with the rifle, maybe somebody else can pick it up, but that idea is definitely gone. And now it should be just pretty easy from here on out. Bialy does get a beautiful shot in, but I don't think it's going to make much of a difference here. They seem to be steadily making their way towards the B-bomb side. The bomb will be going down here, so the retake is going to be more than just a bit tricky. Maybe exit kills could be in store here for VP.
There's a boost up. Quick being aggressive, and I don't think Bialy even spotted him through the angle. Great shot from Snacks from behind. He's got to rush up and get that AK-47 and just bail out. Taz still alive. He's going for 1 exit kill as well. Just waiting, and Quick's going to push towards him. He wants to get him 4th, and he's going to get it right through the windshield. Snacks is just going to sit back and save that M4.
Yeah, which is a reasonable choice. There is Valina coming his way, so you can't really going to get too confident here in the middle. 5th round for QB Fire. 5-0 on the board. Definitely not how most people were expecting this match to start off with, but we'll see. Quick can't find the last kill for his ace. Sad for him. And this wasn't bad at all. Bialy's the only one who sort of, seems to be kicking back a little bit, giving him a fight at the moment. 6th round here. Double AWP is what I'm seeing on VP's side.
Not a bad switch up. We know this can be so effective on Cash, obviously. Whether you put them at each of the bomb sites and have strong mid presence, or whether you put one in mid and have strong A presence, whatever you choose to do. It looks like they are going to put Pasha in mid with that AWP. He's smoked out at the moment. It's going to be a fast boost. He's going to have a lot of pressure on him. The timing of when he decides to move away is going to be so important. Quick is lurking up. He's already down there watching for this kind of a peek. He's sticking around. This is so dangerous. Spamming through the smoke. Hasn't taken a bullet, and there it is. Nice kill from Pasha. He was brought down to 22. You can see the danger, but he handles it well.
Wow, they seemed to know what was coming. Like, they definitely understood the situation, QB Fire, so different time. I think maybe Pasha just goes down. Now he's in the middle instead, and Valina is right here. This is such a popular position. People use it quite a bit.
It's such a nasty angle. It almost makes you feel like you're watching a horror movie where it's just like, oh, don't turn the corner, don't turn the corner, because you almost feel like there's just no chance. Pasha just spotting for someone to get towards vents.
Look at Jimka.
Yep, this is a great lurk position for him. He can choose when to be aggressive. If his teammates initiate the attack, he can come up highway, or he can just pull attention away. He might have a shot on Bialy from behind, but here comes some pressure towards the A-bomb site.
Oh, man, he could crack it wide open. 40 seconds, he's all the way on the side, but Neo takes him down. That was what they needed to get out of main. Now they're rushing in, but this is going to be a little bit of a trouble for them. Down 2 men, the opening comes through. Boomich taking down Neo, and Bialy next in line. He's going to get dropped by Valina. Just like that, it's a 3-on-3. The bomb is going to be planted here with 20 seconds left. What a great turnaround.
Virtus.Pro allows way too much space for those entries to come out. Snacks now at the angle, misses the shot. And Waterfalls has the angle for the repeat. It's looking likely that QB Fire's going to be able to take this one. Taz is actually backing off. He wants the AWP. They're just going to bail out. They're going to give up in this round. Neo and Taz. Neo has that one great kill. And Jimka coming up highway, but from there, Bialy and Neo let one player just walk all the way to the A-bomb site, no one peeking, no one preventing that from happening, catches Neo off guard, and actually, I think that player had even spotted Bialy at one point, so they knew exactly where Bialy was playing from.
Yeah, to be honest though, Bialy is also one of the more predictable players on this map. He does love playing that forklift. He's usually very good at it, so it's hard to really blame him for it, but this is just such a great turnaround. I mean, with 30 seconds, you're in a 5 versus 3. You've got to win those.
Boomich cannot be allowed to have that much space. You really can't. I know there's like nades. I know like Neo is low HP and it just was reloading and was worried about highway, but someone has to be able to stop you from just walking all the way to the A-bomb site. So, especially when you've got some of the kills, Pasha's got you started off on the right foot. It was a 5-on-3, turns into a round win for QB Fire.
It's super exciting though. I mean, playing under this much pressure, if I'm QB Fire and again, I don't have the same experience obviously as Virtus.Pro does, but nobody does, but I would say, yeah, you go 5-on-3 in a round like that, that's where you could start to make a little bit of a mistake, and they seem to really be keeping their eye on the ball right now. They're not letting go of what they need to do. They know what the plan is, and yeah, just very impressive.
Bloody hell, look at those ADRs.
We've seen worse.
We have seen worse. Oh, God bless it all.
Who was that with Zero?
That was innocent. I'm so sorry for just name dropping him like that.
Yeah.
It's exactly where you don't want to be name dropped.
Ooh, double, almost triple peak coming in. Waterfalls down to 23 health. It's time for Virtus.Pro to wake up. It's been fun, Moses, but now I feel like they need to show us what they're all about here. Taz falling back, Pasha almost peeking into certain death, then he's got to fall back. There's a grenade, so follow him. He almost gets caught there. Does make it back around the corner, so could have been a little bit scary, I feel like.
Really awkward timing on that. He wanted to take the shot. Snacks is the support player at this B-bomb site. He's got an up though, and he's going to be blocked off by a smoke, so Taz is going to have a huge job to do. You don't want to turn this corner without that smoke. They're going to do it. He baits out the shot. There it is. Flashbang out from Taz. Molotov's raining in, restricting his mobility. And Snacks wants to make this play so hard. He's risking a lot just by standing here. I am amazed that he hasn't fallen just yet. And he's going to do some Snacks things. He's going to sneak around the smoke. Surely they have no idea he's doing this. That quickscope narrowly misses, and they think this is a fake. If they back off now, this is QB Fire's round.
This is an absolutely intense round, and they're finally going to bait it out, just waiting outside QB Fire. Incredible patience from them right now. Snacks down, and on the bomb site, still waiting is Taz. Neo is now at the cross, but can they smoke it up again? They actually don't have any more smokes now. They're just walking in. Valina almost opening it up. Could have been the perfect time there. Now more rotation starting to get in. Pasha's in the middle, and he's going to take down Boomich. Wanted to sneak through. Now they're out of time. 20 seconds. Flashbang is in, and there comes the spray from Taz. He takes down 2, looking for a 3rd. It's just quick left, and Pasha's going to drop him. And finally, Virtus.Pro going to be able to pick up the round, but that round was so intense all the way through. They were right on the other side of that wall.
That's such great play from Taz, just staying alive, putting a lot of faith in Neo, because remember, QB Fire used so much utility initially, and they never used it to actually get into the bomb site. I'm not sure if it's because they realized the smoke had missed, but that whole time Snacks is making those plays, they've used all their utility, and Neo's just able to hold the cross.
And I think what we just saw as well is that flashbang that was actually set up for Taz spray was from Pasha in the middle. So not only did he stop the flank, he also flashed the bomb site and got 1 more kill. So brilliant round from him too. Again, a little bit with a peek in, and Boomich is going to take down 1. Looks like it's trouble for Bialy. He stays alive for a minute. Waterfall's going to be able to take him down. Doesn't get back around the corner, so aggressive in main. Maybe not working out just yet. QB Fire back in the lead here in this round. If they win this one, Virtus.Pro are just going to be sent into a spiral, aren't they?
That's where it turns into trouble, because they would get their economy reset. They'd probably have some kind of a buy. They have some money still left over, not a whole lot. So this is actually a very big round in the context of this first half. Tough part as well is with 2 AWPs. You're pretty stationary, and even if you have teammates who do kind of lower your opponents, sending in the Molotov, that's not good, but those ops aren't going to be great to retake if they can even, afford to go for it. Snacks and Pasha both have to get kills, and Waterfalls has got Pasha blocked in. He's going to give up the angle. They're going to go towards B, and there's Snacks.
Picking off quick. Leaving it 3-on-3 with 40 seconds left. Snacks wants more, and he's going to go a little bit aggressive. They don't seem to be expecting this at all. Already one person's passed, a little bit of spray coming through. Snacks wants to fall back down. That's an easy pick off. Jimka goes down. The Snacks may have brought them back into the round here. 25 seconds. Valina gets dropped next to the line. Hits Snacks again now with a triple. And Waterfalls, I mean, he's out. He's done. 18 seconds. He can't really do much of anything here. Snacks has moved up 1 more step. That's so hard to anticipate if you're QB Fire.
Those are the kind of bold plays that have huge rewards, and Snacks just goes a little bit too far forward, gets taken out right at the end, which is unfortunate, but a great round from him. He saves the day. He decides he doesn't want to wait around any longer, goes for the aggression in checkers, some late round peaks. This one's obviously nice, trusting that smoke, much like he did in the 4th round. This time to good effect, though. Finds quick in checkers, and then obviously the follow-up is pushing in. You could see he had to consider vents. It is a very risky play, but it pans out for him. It's a couple rounds now where QB Fire just seems, in those mid-rounds, where they're just taking a little bit too long. It's...
Yeah.
Let go of the leashes a little bit. That's when you do kind of feel like, it was great, the contact play, the flashbang through the smoke, and the hit on the 4th round. Now you're seeing them trying to consider and think and really get into this match, and they're kind of countering themselves.
I mean, they're taking a little bit too long, but also Virtus.Pro aren't waiting for them any longer. Now the Snacks is saying, all right, if you're going to wait a long time, I'm going to show you. I'm going to sort of come look for you. So, I mean, a little bit of a difference here. I mean, 6-2 is all good. Virtus.Pro have almost no money in the bag, whereas QB Fire definitely have. So I feel like QB Fire, they've taken Virtus.Pro off the grill for just a little bit. They're not being roasted all the way, but they could be right back on their Moses any second. If they lose this round again, they're going to be broken. It's not going to be good.
High pressure, and there's 3 players over towards B. Pasha and Bialy have a big job to do coming through the smoke. Look at this, just looking sideways. There's no one here. Pasha gets the opening kill. Turn to the corner. Valina gets that, and quick takes down Pasha. That's the A-bomb site. Molotov to slow down the rotation. Taz commits. He pushes right through this, and Waterfall knows it. He's got to hit that shot. Shoulder peek, trying to bait it out. Oh, and blind Taz gets the kill. He's somehow still alive, finally taken down. But there's a chance here for Neo and Snacks.
Crazy scenes unfolding at the A-bomb site. Definitely Taz wasn't expecting to get that kill when he was flashed, but he stepped right in front of his line of sight there. Valina. Snacks and Neo, I mean, there's no opening for them right now. They just have to wait and look for exits, so it will be 1 more round for QB Fire. Neo's already tracked all the way back, and Snacks just looking for exits here. This that's such a knockout. They get all the way onto the bomb site. There's nobody holding, and it looked like Bialy had the right angle to take that first fight, and he just couldn't find the kill.
I don't think, again, it's another scenario where I just don't think he expected someone to be that close. He was probably aiming towards the side of forklift, and someone comes up with that narrow angle, and yeah, it's not the hardest shot to adjust to, but just a little unexpected that slows things down. Pasha, he's taken down, forced into the open by Molotovs. Nice execute by QB Fire. We talk a lot about how there's a lot of individual skill on this team, but it's nice to see those details coming in, and that was just so fast. It's a couple rounds now that when QB Fire has sped up and picked up the pace, Virtus.Pro's not ready for it.
Yeah, it's a great mix of very slow, sort of drawn-out rounds where they really mask what they're doing, and then some of these really quick ones.
Yeah.
That's... Like, how do you... If you're Virtus.Pro, I would say you almost get drawn into playing the opponent's game. Like, you forget about whatever it was you were doing. You obviously had a plan going into the match, but now you sort of have to start guessing what it is they're doing.
Well, yeah, and here's the tough part of that round as well. It's a little bit of a blind counter from QB Fire, just because normally Virtus.Pro's had a player in middle, whether it's Pasha with the AWP, whether it's someone just spotting with an M4. This round they stacked B with 3 people. They wanted to kind of counter that hit and maybe get aggressive if the round went delayed. And because of that, there was no one to rotate from mid towards highway who could have helped Bialy with that ramp around the bomb site. And if you get that one kill, I mean, you can really solidify the defense of that site. So tough. Virtus.Pro make a call, and it unfortunately just gets completely countered right out of spawn. They still have Snacks with an AWP. They still have Neo with an M4, though, so they have some tools in this round to get back into it. Snacks is alone at the B bomb site. Neo's in the middle of the map, able to rotate. He gets one. He goes for the spray, the follow-up, but Valina finds that. And that's a missed Molotov right onto your teammate.
Got to be careful about that. They still picked up Taz, and now hiding inside the smoke is Bialy. He has to go big here. I mean, he's alone on the bomb side. All the backup is miles away, and he doesn't even get a chance. Just gets taken down by waterfalls. This is almost unreal. Now Snacks should be able to pick up an easy kill there on Valina, but now they know where he is. Obviously, the bomb will go down, and I don't even know what to say. This is not what we're used to seeing out of Virtus.Pro, not what we were hoping to see out of Virtus.Pro. Good kill from Snacks.
And this is a very, very slow start. Tough for VP. They're going to be down 2-8, but good signs out of QB Fire.
Yes, they absolutely are. I mean, Quick's playing really well at the moment. He's got 11 kills. Valina is right behind the Waterfalls 2 with 8 each. Then there's a bit of a drop-off. I mean, Boomich and Jimka aren't, at least on the scoreboard, doing much. Could be doing much else that we can't see there. But yeah, overall, this is a rough beginning for Virtus.Pro.
It's not what you wanted to see, is it? I mean, the problem was none of those rounds they won, the 2 rounds they won, were not clean. They were still just on the verge of having no money, and QB Fire was able to take that away from them for just 1 round win. Good shot by Waterfalls. The follow-up onto Bialy is just cheeky, isn't it? He doesn't even see him. I think he just takes the angle and shoots.
Yeah.
Why not?
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Listen, what's the plan here, Moses? How do VP get back into it? They've tried the triple-double, whatever, peek into A main a couple of times.
And that's they've done it. The 1 round with success, and the other round I think it actually backfired on them. They still managed to win it, but it put them in a really uncomfortable spot. They're really relying on these double ops, which means guys like Pasha, guys like Snacks, they need to start having more and more impact early on. Snacks had the 1 round, but the tough part is Virtus.Pro doesn't have a great read on how these rounds are opening. If every round was going to be slow, you could imagine those ops getting involved, and you can see Pasha wanting to take more and more. This is a missed smoke from QB Fire, so he's got the chance, but a follow-up is going to seal out that choke point.
Waterfalls is holding B alone while the rest of this team is working towards middle and A, so just making sure no one's going to push up. Not many fights to be taking right now if you're QB Fire. Bialy's also boosted into the corner, so we'll see how that works out. Slow start here.
Yeah, Neo's there as well. He's got to be careful, though, because he's kind of in the open. When that smoke clears towards A main, depending on where he's moved to. There's a nice kill from Pasha. Remained aggressive in mid. Now here comes the hit. Bialy boosted up. Valina checking for this, but you can't clear it entirely. He sees the gun barrel. He's going to spin a little bit wider. He wants that kill, and he's got it. That's the bomb. Calls for the rotations over. He's exposed to A main, but he's mollied off the door, and it's Waterfalls with an op, which is not the easiest of weapons to get this with, but he does find it. Traded out by Taz, so this defense looking very, very nice. Mitch swinging out wide and dropped by Neo. VP is back on the board, and this time they survive with 4 players.
Yeah, big upgrade in the round there. Pasha in charge of opening it up. A couple of kills there for him, making a big difference. And QB Fire, I mean, that also takes a lot of the sting out of this A collapse that they were going for. Once Quick is gone in the middle, the game is sort of up.
It's really nice that Pasha just goes and hunts these guys down with that AWP. That's, I mean, if you're going to be sitting around all around with an AWP, and you've got to remain aggressive if you're Pasha, you need the information, and this is another scary round. Here it comes. This is like that 4th round uppercut again.
Yeah, moving towards the B-bomb side. That smoke and the fact that Snacks just swapped out of the AWP, that could have been very risky. It looked like they were about to sort of go for it.
VP is set up perfectly for this hit. They're going to shut this down.
You're absolutely right. Everybody's here. Taz is flashed for the moment, but he's going to come around and shoot them. And the fact that Spray is in, he doesn't get a single kill. What is going on? Pasha's there with a return. Snack shooting right between the 2 players. This is a completely chaotic round. Once again, Quick is going to be able to take down Neo. Pasha's there. Finally, he's shut down, but it's still a 2-on-2, and everything is on the line here. They must win this round. Snacks with a huge kill, taking down Molina, and now Jimka gets shot in the face, but he escapes with 10 health and the bomb versus the 22 of Snacks. How are they still in this round, QB Fire? And now Jimka, he hears him. He's got the advantage right now.
Why is Snacks running? He's given up all the information. He's so convinced. That or he's just playing mind games. He's going to go towards vents. Surely he checks this. Smoked out towards B main. Big round. I think Jimko heard. Oh, this is ballsy, walking right through his own smoke. He's made it out into B main, and it's just Snacks who's got to figure this out.
And how can you possibly guess this? That smoke is a big signal that he's inside the bomb site. Jimko, he's absolutely outplayed him, and that's going to be the win. What a brilliant play, and as you said, an incredibly bold move walking through that smoke. But Snacks just, he had no idea.
He must have heard him drop out of vents. That's the only reason I can think of that play through the smoke is kind of goes into his idea. He knows he's come out of vents, assuming he's checkers. Otherwise, it's just such a huge risk considering you had just heard Snacks run in that direction. But Snacks giving up a lot of information with those footsteps that whole time. Once it got into that 1v1 and just a crazy, crazy round, Taz is going to be hurting him there, kicking himself for missing those shots. Just couldn't pick a target. And now Speed boosted up over the smoke as well. Ops, AKs. There's a lot of pistols here, though, and they're taking damage. There's a nice shot from Waterfalls. Neo's still alive. Almost dropped by the grenade, but it's Snacks you got to worry about. Now moving himself into position. And QB Fire, they don't like the pressure anymore. They're going to back off.
Yeah, good move on their part. No real point in sort of sticking up there and trying to fight all those people. Just leave them alone for a moment and reposition the whole team. Valina having a bit of a battle here in the middle, and somehow Snacks picks up that second kill. He's just running with a P250, taking down Waterfalls. This is a nuts game once again. Boomich and Jimka are left, and they've got the bomb down. This should still be almost impossible for Virtus.Pro to retake. They don't have the armor, they don't have the kit right now, so QB Fire just need to think about the time that's left here.
Such low HP. You need Snacks to get this kill onto Boomich to really distract the other QB Fire player. There's the peek, and he can't do it. The aim punch, the MAC-10 responds, and you can see the rest of VP backs off. So there was a hope, there was a prayer, there was an idea, and it's shut down.
I would love to see that kill from Snacks, the second one especially, because that just happened so quickly. Almost no delay. Still, this is just utterly impressive. 10-3. QB Fire really off to a great start here.
That's not bad. Oh yeah, that's great. What an adjustment. That's perfect. I mean, Waterfalls didn't have the best HP in the world, but it was a headshot as well, so that's quite nice. See you later, Valina. Yeah, this has turned into a scrappy affair these past couple rounds. Virtus.Pro, you know, I said there was no hope for QB Fire, and this has now gotten awkward.
Yeah, that comment didn't age well, did it, Moses?
Oh, it didn't. Yeah.
Listen, at least I think you have a lot of people on your side, right? You know, I think the whole talent crew, in fact, picked Virtus.Pro to win this, so you're definitely not alone in that sense.
Well, there's Pasha going for the peek again. That's a nice shot. Waterfalls is legged, brought down to 11 HP, and Snacks not having the best of times over towards B. Jimka finds him very early on in the round. That's going to force a huge lean to this bomb site. Pasha's now here, Taz is here as well, which gives a lot of space for Boomich to creep up in mid.
But the problem for someone like Bialy playing that MBK corner as he is right now is that there are still 4 Molotovs on the other team. So, and he has no smoke. So if they just bomb out the bomb site, he can't extinguish it. He just has to wait. And Taz tries for a bit of a risk, and he's going to get taken down. Pasha all rides on him, and he's getting shot in the back as well. Jimka just outplaying them in this round. Now Neo on the bomb site, and they are coming for him, trying to see if they could do a little bit more. Waterfalls is going to go down. Bialy got dropped in return, so now Neo, the last one left here, and he's going to at least get the 1 kill in, but they're running.
You almost have to go for this as well if you're Neo. Like you can't. I don't know. It's a tough call to make. I guess it depends on how confident VP is going to be in their T side, but he's got a kit, he's got a flashbang, he's got some time, but he's just going to save the op, it looks like. So 2 kills for him, and it's going to be another round for QB Fire, and they have been running Virtus.Pro ragged all across this map.
Yeah, this is madness, isn't it? We just haven't seen... We've seen some flashes of what Virtus.Pro is supposed to be about. Definitely seen Pasha hit some shots, and Snack seems to be playing pretty well, but then they're definitely not very comfortable on the map right now. I know Yanko mentioned it on the desk. He said, this Virtus.Pro team, despite how bad they've looked at times, it's been, they have the right reads, they have the right ideas, and they're just missing shots. And you go back to that round that just happened, that ended with the Snacks 1-on-1. Oh, yeah.
They had 3 or 4 players surrounding. They had 3 players, 1 in the site, 1 up top, and 1 in the lower choke point. And then they had 2 players coming through vents pretty quickly on flanks. So they had everything you could have possibly wanted to shut that down. And that's just the thing. You see, you see the genius behind their play. It's just like at some point along the line,
doesn't that hurt?
Stumble.
Doesn't that hurt even more, Moses?
Yeah, that's it.
It's like if you study really hard for an exam and still get wrecked. Like, at least if you didn't put any effort in, you'd be like, yeah, right. I didn't spend any time on it anyway, so...
Again, more glimpses into your childhood.
Yeah, exactly. There were some of those. 3-11, and the 15th round is coming up here, and we're just watching, and I think by now, just enjoying QB Fire, having a great time on this map, obviously. They were sort of really marked as, I think, the lowest ranking team, maybe, apart from Flash, when we came in through the first stage. Now here, the second stage, everyone's been saying, yeah, well, that's it. Now they're going to get completely stomped on, but they're playing beautiful Counter-Strike as far as I'm concerned, so you just have to, I think, see what Virtus.Pro could do to turn this around.
They need this. You need more of a window than 3 rounds. And they don't have a whole lot to work with to do it. 2 CZs, a shotgun. There's 1 kit, light on utility. There's Flashbang peek, and actually Waterfalls is going to take him down on the other side. Bialy wasn't ready for that, and now out in the open, taking that fight. Neo's going to win with the Famas, but players being traded all across the map. Jimko finds Snacks trying to go for a flank, and Pasha's going to get aggressive. Flashbang doesn't affect him. It does blind his teammate, but he's not expecting Boomage to be there. Now Neo's going to move, and he's going to stop this plant. No one covering Valina. He's made his way in, but he's got to fight for more. And unfortunately, there's just way too many QB Fire players ready to trade that off.
Taz all on his own by the truck with a CC in hand, and they're just throwing grenades at him. That's how they want to solve this problem. He's going to get in and get 1 good kill. A quick goal take him down for a 12-3 finish in favor of QB Fire in the first half here. Well then, what can you say about that, Moses?
Bloody hell. That's not the way you want to start out a major if you're Virtus.Pro. Remember, this is a lineup as well that, the conversation is no matter what kind of a slump they're in.
We've had like a very sort of like thematic approach, right? We've had the Lion versus the Shark. The Shark came out on top, no surprise there.
Polar Bear versus Fire.
Polar Bear, yeah, see, I would bet on Fire in that sense. I just don't think Polar Bears are really equipped to handle fire. In fact, I think they are flammable themselves, so...
There's some kind of like a global warming metaphor in here somewhere.
There is, yeah. You wanna go down that route?
I don't really want to. I just thought I'd bring it up.
It's always a good way to rile up many people that that can get really angry.
Yeah. Moving along.
Moving on. Then.
Moving along swiftly. I think you mentioned that QB Fire was probably one of those teams that would be towards the bottom of the rankings, and that's fair. But I think a lot of that is just because no one really knows anything about them. I think it's more low on the ranking because of ignorance than anything.
Yeah, I would plead guilty to that charge. I think.
Yeah. I'd plead the 5th personally.
All right. Yeah. Well, you are American, so there's a strong history of doing that. Listen, I mean, it's actually worth pointing out, isn't it? Because the logic is so bad. Like, it doesn't make any sense to say, "Oh, I've never heard of these guys. They must suck." You know,
Yeah.
like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, why would they necessarily have to do that? Maybe they have been just coming up. This is great. I mean, I obviously it's a little bit shocking to see Virtus.Pro not being able to get into the game, really. But yeah,
The worst part about that is I'm not even entirely sure after last year that it's all that shocking. I think it just is kind of depressing. Is a better word. Either way, we'll see how their T side goes. They've got 5 players here at the 8 bomb site, Bialy and Door. There's 3 players here for QB Fire, though. This could be deadly.
wow, this positional quick. Can he see the headshots? Easy on Pasha. More jumping in. That's a dangerous jump, but they've got the flashbangs through. Valina's still able to make a 1 big kill, looking for more, and he can't really make it happen. Boomich is going to go down next in line, so it's a 2-on-3. And Quick wants to sneak his way. He's only got 5 health. Is that enough for a headshot? Yes, it is. And a couple more coming in. That's Quick with the triple. And a 13-3 now scoreline. I mean, what are we witnessing? What's happening?
I don't know. I just saw the coach give his player, I'm assuming that's Quick, like 5 high fives. So he's pumped up. This is great from Quick. I mean, boosted up obviously is quite nice, but again, just another almost blind outplay. It's not even, that's just called out a spawn. 3-player stack at the 8 bomb site. VP walks right into it. And great play, great shot from Quick. Just so many players Virtus.Pro had to get through there and they weren't ready for it. Dire situation for VP and all the Polar Bear fans out there. That's a nice damage onto Quick. He's going to pass over the M4, the better weapon, over to the high HP player, and he's going to get close up with the SMG.
Random spray coming through. Got to be very careful here. They don't get caught by Pasha, who's somehow taking the scout into a combat position. Next, he's going to try and stab someone with it.
Listen, you know you've gone downhill when Pasha's trying to enter with a scout. He does find a kill, oddly enough. I don't think he realized that they were going to be that close up.
No, probably was expecting him to have fallen back by then. Either way, there's some mid-presence, forcing a little bit of pressure onto QB Fire, and now they're going to fall back and start to gravitate towards the bomb site where Valino is currently holding, and he has got one really big tool in his chest right now that he can defend that bomb site with. That one Molotov there, I think, could buy a lot of time behind the MP9.
Unfortunately, there's no utility on the Virtus.Pro side of things. They're just going to have to straight up win duels. Would love one more kill with the scouts. QB Fire is being very, very mobile across the map. Jimiko has been in the back of checkers this whole time. Boomich has now rotated over towards B. Waterfalls and Neo somehow work their way around each other, but that's going to be an easy kill. And now it's just Taz, Bialy, and Snacks walking over towards the B bomb site. All that's left. And they have nothing to force out Jimko. He's going to be able to pounce as soon as Boomich calls it.
Yeah, that's really the big problem here. Oh, actually, somehow Boomich is starting to fall away. 20 seconds. If they hard check Jimko, maybe this can work out, but his timing is so good. With 15 seconds, he's going to go for the kill, and that's enough to buy the time. Boomich did go down. Bialy on the bomb site has got the bomb, but they're right on top of him. 6 seconds, and he's not going to get a chance to even put the bomb down here. Cleaning it up and making it 14 rounds here. Virtus.Pro just not really in the server, it seems.
No, not at all, which is unfortunate to see. I said that's exactly how I didn't want this match to go, exactly how this major to start. Really unfortunate. But I mean, phenomenal for QB Fire. They're playing very, very nicely. They haven't been pressured this whole time, and that's the thing. We haven't seen that Virtus.Pro that's really trying to grind them out. That fights their way back into these games. So this is looking like it could be easy. QB Fire starting to get loud. If you guys can hear them on our mics.
Yeah, I hope you can. That is it's the sign of a team that's definitely feeling the relief right now. Just almost there. 2 more rounds. That would certainly be, I would say, a career-making win already. Just definitely they're going to be, you're going to remember their names after this.
I feel like Valina lined up that smoke and missed it.
Yeah, well.
And if Virtus.Pro watches this VOD back, they're like, this is the team that we lost to. They can't even smoke a main. Oh, tough.
Boomich all the way up. There is no armor picked up, so Virtus.Pro really have set their sights for the 12-round comeback, Moses. How do you feel about that?
I mean, at this stage, I don't think there's any real wrong decision to make. Whether you choose to just force buy to Oblivion and hope you win one, or save and let them get to 15 and try and make the comeback with rifles. There's not a whole lot of, there's not a great percentage of making this comeback happen either way. Although it is interesting that they are so spread out. Neo and Taz leading the way with the bomb. Snacks and Bialy over towards the door. It's not going to matter if they lose the bomb here, and they definitely are. So no matter how much success there is towards the other bomb site, which there really isn't much so far, round's over. Nice kill from Bialy. He's got 3 HP and a 1-on-4. Ooh.
And that's the end of it. Boomich to take him down. No issue there at the end, so either way wasn't going to have a big impact, just given how far away the bomb was. 15-3, ladies and gentlemen. The pick'ems are going to be rough from day one, Moses.
Yeah.
Just, you know.
They're already...
right off the bat.
That'll be interesting to see, because I know the pick'ems probably from the Challenger stage weren't great either.
No, there were definitely some interesting upsets.
What was it Sean tweeted out? They're about to be graded on that Physics 101 curve.
That's good stuff.
That's banter, isn't it? That's educated banter.
I like it. Neo already grenaded down, about half health, maybe some shots to follow it up, and in fact he's going to go down to the boost. They will get the return though, so not quite getting caught. Maybe could have been a bit more prepared. Now what can they do here? 4 versus 4. Looks like Verlina and Quick actually want to reboost here. Are they going to reboost for the retake? That would be interesting.
Virtus.Pro is going to be so frustrated when this flank comes in. He should be able to get at least one. They haven't turned around yet. Oh, Snacks. He can hear all of this running, but he can't call it out quick enough. There's the peak. He gets traded off into a 2-on-3. Virtus.Pro with a huge advantage. And there's a follow-up flank coming, actually. Snacks aware? Yes, but he gets taken down.
Definitely saw it coming now. Valina and Jimka left trying to see if they can just crush Virtus.Pro here. 2-on-2. The bomb only just down. There's Jimka with the one shot, and now Pasha in the corner all alone, getting shot at from 2 different angles, and he gets dropped by Jimka, and that's it. 16-3 here as Virtus.Pro get taken down by QB Fire. Who would have thought?
Crazy, crazy start to this event. Virtus.Pro gets absolutely stunned, as well as everyone tuning in, I think. That is a great win for QB Fire, a team who didn't have to get through the most stout of opponents in the challenger stage to qualify to this level of the major. But either way, this is a good way to get started. They're obviously hyped up. I'm sure the desk is hyped up. We're going to send it to a break, and when we come back, we'll hear from them.